Hey, what's up guys? It is me, Jared from Awesome Weird Friends, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a movie review on the movie The Gift. Getting right into it, the actors were very good. They made the movie very intense, and the actors themselves made it suspenseful. I will say the plot got a little boring. There was very slow parts, and I sometimes was kind of sitting in my seat, laid back like this. Although it did build a lot of suspense. So for what it makes up in, or for what it loses in very boringness towards the beginning, it kind of makes up with that suspense in the middle and towards the end. Now, some good things about the movie were, of course, as I said, the actors, but the plot was pretty good, and it was not at all very good. I thought I was gonna hate the movie until the end, and then I realized. And it really does get a great point across. It gets the point across of not bullying people because your past will come back. And as Gordo says, you are done with the past, but the past is not done with you. He actually says that in the movie, which is a great point. I don't know if Blumhouse, the producing company, was trying to get that point across, or the director, but if they were, they did a great job of doing it. Although it did get boring as parts, as I said. The whole very beginning was pretty good. I'll kind of describe the movie, and then I'll say spoilers when there is a spoiler. Not yet, though. So in the beginning, you were introduced to this family. I forget the main character's name, but his wife's name was Robin, and they seemed like a pretty happy couple. And you learn that they had tried for a baby, and it didn't work out so well. So they kind of just keep living their lives, and then Simon was the main character's name, had met up with an old friend that he acted like he didn't know from high school, and this guy's name was Gordon, and they called him Gordo. And he started talking about how, Simon started talking about how he wasn't how he didn't know him at all, and how at high school he was a weirdo. But you later find out more that he actually did know a lot about this guy. Anyway, so they kind of kept going and going, and it built up a lot of suspense when Gordo started doing weird things. So, as the movie said, he started leaving gifts, and these gifts were, in the beginning, it was little things like a bottle of wine, and some things maybe for Robin because Simon seemed to think that Gordo liked Robin, and he made a few remarks that weren't the nicest, and it turns out that Gordo actually heard what he said. So anyway, getting into where the plot thickens. So their dog is taken, and he thinks Gordo did it, and a few days later it's put back. But when all of this is happening, Robin, the wife, drinks some Gatorade that had something in it, and she passes out. Now, in that part of the movie, you don't know what happened. So, this part is going to get into the spoilers. So, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So, what happens is, Robin gets pregnant, and she goes to the hospital. But actually, before that, they were having a dinner party, and some guy came up to their house and threw a rock in their window and shattered it. And he started yelling at Simon that he had cheated him and sent him to jail, which actually turned out to be true. Because Simon, as you got to find out more from Robin looking into things, was a complete bully, and he is a cheater, and he is a not fair person. And after Simon had the baby, or not Simon didn't have the baby, after Robin had the baby, which her water broke at the dinner party, she kind of, when she had the baby, she told Simon that she would not be going home with him, that she wanted a divorce. Now, at that point, you're like, oh, that's so sad, and then you realize what this guy has done to that other guy, and you're like, wow, but he kind of deserves it. And then things get a lot worse. This is the total spoiler part, and this is the whole main part of the movie. So, Gordo leaves a gift at their door, and it's actually 3 gifts. The first one is, sorry, I forget what the first one is, but the second one is video or soundproof that shows you can hear about Simon saying these really mean things about Gordo that he must have recorded on some sort of device. It's about him like making fun of him and saying how he really wanted Robin, and he was saying some pretty nasty things about him. So that was pretty much that part, and then the third one was really bad. So you saw this guy with a camera just recording their family, which was only at the time Simon and Robin. She wasn't even pregnant yet. So he records Simon. Now you don't know if this is exactly Gordo yet, but he records Simon leaving, and he records himself going into the house. And when he enters, the camera is following this person walking through their house that is not Simon nor Robin. It records Robin on the floor, passed out after she drank the Gatorade. Now, after she drank the Gatorade, as I said, she passed out. So this is the super spoiler thing. So, Gordo is recording. And I'm pretty sure of that because earlier in the movie, he was talking about like how he was afraid of monkeys, and Gordo was there to hear that. So he figured out that he doesn't like monkeys, and he wore a monkey mask to this. So if you guys watch a trailer and you saw that, then that's how you know the monkey mask is there. It's not super creepy of a monkey mask, but it's kind of creepy. So Gordo, or this person in the monkey mask, records them picking up Robin and putting them on a bed, and as that person is putting their hand down Robin, it just cuts. And actually, at this time, Robin was in the hospital with the baby. So, it really now it's gonna mess up, Simon's life for the rest of his life, because he doesn't know if that baby is actually his or if it's Gordon's baby. So that's the major plot thing, and the spoilers are not over yet. So, it turns out that as a kid, Simon he made this rumor that Gordo was actually gay, and he also made this rumor that he was molested by a man in a car and like abused. So at this point, well, actually back then, his dad got really mad for him being gay because some parents might think that that's like a failure. So he tried to kill him, surprisingly, and got sent to jail for that. Now you got to think about that. Must have messed up Gordo's life so much because of the lie that Simon told, which is horrible. So he got his revenge by doing that, and he will never know whose kid that it actually is, if it's his or if it's Gordo's. So in return for Simon messing up his life, Gordo messed up his life. Now I'm gonna give it a 2.5-star rating because majority of the movie was just you waiting for Gordo to show up and all of that stuff. So it was a little boring, and then it picked up. That's where it gets that good rating. So I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. So wasn't great, wasn't horrible. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button for another movie review. We're probably gonna do more. And that was a movie review of The Gift. Hope you guys enjoyed so much. Don't forget to subscribe and comment anything, any movies you want to see and anything you liked about The Gift or anything you didn't like. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. But my hope will never